If we move forward a short period of time, Euro 2004, he was playing for a much fancied Czech Republic side.
Again?
Yeah.
They're always much fancied, aren't they?
They're really, I mean, is it
only in the European Championships. In 2002 World Cup, they went out in the first round. Yeah. Although you did, this is going back a few years, Luke.
Yeah.
I remember texting you around that time. And you said after they beat the US 3-0 that you fancied Czechs to win the whole tournament.
I think they
when they went out in the first round.
I think they're really continual underachievers on the world stage. I think they've always got a decent squad. I mean, if you look at all the tournaments we're going back,
not now though.
Oh, not now, no. But I mean traditionally, yeah.
And so much so that people who don't really watch football other than in a World Cup to try and look quite intelligent will go, I think the Czech Republic are going to win.
Is that a dig?
Text your friends.
Well, the Euro 2004. I mean, they probably should have won that tournament. I mean, they beat Germany and Holland in the first round. They did a great game against Holland. They were 2-0 down. They came back to win 3-2.
3-2,
they beat Denmark 3-0 in the second round, but they were beaten by Greece, of course, who won it in the semi-finals.
Ruthlessly efficient Greeks.
Yeah.
Still don't believe that happened.
No,
I saw it, but I don't believe it.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned earlier a couple of the titles he won with Juventus were stripped.
With the Calciopoli scandal.
The Calciopoli scandal, absolutely, and they were relegated from Serie A down to Serie B, and his future was heavily discussed. But he vowed to stay with Juventus and get them back into Serie A, and which of course they did. Which was great to see them back in there and keep hold of some of their top players.
Well, definitely, because it's not, a lot of the players weren't at all involved in the Calciopoli scandal. Obviously, the fans weren't involved, so it's a real shame for them. And they're genuinely a massive club. So it was obviously great to see him back in Serie A. It was a horrible sort of episode in their history. One that I'm sure they, given the chance, they would like to scrub off if they could.
Yeah, no, very much so. In his last season, in 2008-2009 season, he scored Juventus' first league goal of that season. And then he announced before the end of the season, of course, he was going to retire. And he was given the captaincy for his final match against his former team, Lazio. And he set up one of the goals, and they won 2-0. And obviously, he was substituted just before the final whistle and was given a standing ovation by both sets of supporters. He's
about 37 now, isn't he? I think he's been offered a job on the coaching staff at Juve, but I'm not sure if he's taken it up. He said he wanted to spend more time with his family, I think.
Wasn't he going to go to Notts County at some point?
Was he? Was he linked there?
Oh, no.
They were just trying to trick him into thinking it was Juventus.
I would travel up to Nottingham on my own to watch Nedved play.
I thought you were going to say to stop him joining.
No, to play up front with him.
But after that match, in his final match, the Juventus players formed a guard of honour. Alessandro Del Piero, the club captain, presented Nedved with his very own special shirt. Nedved said at the end of his time with Juventus, and of course the end of his career, he said, I think that'll do.
Is that what he said? That's a great quote.
He said, I can stop running now. This is my last game and I need to stay close to my family.
I like to think that Nedved called like a press conference and just went, I think that'll do. That's all he said.
But it's the way. Is everyone in? You're all sitting there going, right, that'll do.
I like that'll do, as if that was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I won the Ballon d'Or.
I'd say there was nothing more breathtaking than him and his pomp going forward with the ball at his feet. He had it all as a forward player.
He had that glide that the really great players have.
And he could really whack goals. So they were like last week's inductee. He knew how to hit a ball.
Yeah.
Now this is interesting. He won the Golden Foot Award. Yes, that's right, the Golden Foot Award in 2004. Is that
for the best barefoot performance of a player? Is this not a beach soccer thing?
I'm afraid not. It is an international football award, and it's given to players who stand up for their athletic achievements, for their personality, and for the esteem of the public and football experts. And the award is only given to players over the age of 29.
Oh, nice.
Do you know who the current holder is?
No.
D-Beck.
Ronaldinho.
Oh, is it?
Of AC Milan.
Why has there not been much more press on this particular award, Marcus?
Because I think people don't really care.
Oh, I certainly do.
Well, I do as well. That's why I've brought it to your attention. And what's really nice, I really like how they do this. The award. The winner leaves a permanent mould of his footprints on the Champions Promenade, which is a kind of a walk of fame. On the seafront of the Principality of Monaco.
Must be very bumpy.
Well, and so therefore a footballer can only win the Golden Foot Award once.
Why? Class.
I'd love to see that.
It's a really good award.
I think it's an excellent award, and so he's won it.
And rightly so.
Yeah, absolutely. And you all remember Karol Poborski, of course.
Oh, as if I could forget him.
And I shall end by quoting the very, very thick-haired man.
Yeah.
He said, who was the best player you played with? And he said, it's a difficult one, because I was always proud that I had the opportunity to play with great players like Eric Cantona and Peter Schmeichel. But if I had to mention just one, it would be Pavel Nedved. Come on in, Pavel!
No one puts Pavel in the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. I hope you've had a lovely time and enjoyed your stay. If you want to get in touch, the email address is podcast@thefootballramble.com, and the website is thefootballramble.com. Notices.
One more boring notice. Sorry about this, but the Football Ramble Christmas drinks, the guest list is closing on Friday, the 11th of December. So if you're not done it by then forget it. We don't even want to know you.
Is this
not true, but you can't come in.
Is this midnight Saturday or midnight Friday?
It's midnight Friday, Pete.
Right. Okay.
The 11th.
Right.
Hence why I said Friday, the 11th.
All right, but if you're going to name that, as this week's The Thick of It has proved, does it mean include or doesn't include that?
It doesn't include. So the end of play Friday. So when it's just a Friday night, it's 11:59, and it ticks over to midnight.
On Saturday.
That's
so
it.
Yeah.
Okay, midnight Saturday, whatever. The 11th. Get it in by 11th.
Right.
Thursday.
If you look at your calendar and it says 12th, you're too late.
This is harder than this is harder than I anticipated. do it. Just do it or don't do it.
Do it by Thursday. All right.
Do it now. Do it
any more for any more.
That's me done.
Of course, betway.com/Football Ramble. You can come and challenge us. We're all putting on bets, putting our money out where our, literally and figuratively, mostly figuratively actually, where our mouth is. I've gone for a really easy home banker. Pompey are playing away to Sunderland. Sunderland aren't very good away, so I've gone for a Sunderland home win. Yeah. So I'm hopefully going to be top of the league.
Not going to happen. You're miles behind.
Well, you can all find out with the betway.com Football Ramble.
Well, to them and to us.
Say goodbye, Pete.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye, Lukey.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye, James or Jim.
Bye.
We're all off because that'll do.
Ho.
Ho.
Ramble. That was actually better than I thought it would be.
Yeah?
Not by much. Well.